Brought to you by paid advertisement for the Riftborn Kickstarter.
I've been thinking about how to build a D&D group this morning for no reason in particular, and who cares? I have a working strategy on how to build weekly Dungeons and Dragons groups that last a few years, and I've done it a couple of times, and in general that works pretty well. So I figured, I have tips, and if I put those tips in a numbered format, well, I think you know what happens.
Tip number 1, the double shot. The greatest fantasy in all of D&D. Has nothing to do with dragons or magic or wizards or rogues or classes or anything. It's actually just the premise that you'll somehow convince your friends to commit every Sunday, from now until forever, on the vague and totally unproven premise that it's gonna be fun. They need to have fun playing D&D so you can convince them to play D&D on a regular basis. You can't just go up to people and let's start a D&D group every Sunday for forever. You're my new best friends and you can't hang out with anyone else on Sundays from now on. They'll be like, oh, I'm really busy on Sundays. Haha. Or you'll get stuck in the, how's the 30th? Oh, no, I'm busy on the 30th, but what, the 31st? Oh, no. Okay, well, let's do it next month.
Which is code for never.
That's where the double shot comes in. Because nobody who isn't already playing weekly wants to commit to a weekly game. Ask them to come and play D&D this weekend. That's important. Bring them in quick. And then lure them in with a 2-session-long adventure. Everybody can commit to 2 weeks. That's easy. Pace it out more like a movie. Drop them in the middle of the action. Use big set pieces, obvious goals, obvious obstacles, and at least one interesting twist. At the end of the double shot, give them some magic trash that matches their build and makes them think of all the cool shit that they could do at higher levels. The double shot is great for sorting out the people who are interested and not interested in the game, because nobody likes running a game for people who don't give a shit. It's the worst. A week or two later, figure out the people who meshed well and enjoyed the game, and re-invite them for a new game, a new story, which features the same characters. This time, slightly longer adventure. Slowly run bigger and bigger arcs with shorter and shorter breaks until the assumption just becomes, Sunday is game day. Or at least, it was.
One last ticket before it's gone. One last summer.
Tip number 2.
Oh, Captain, my captain. Generally, with a few exceptions, if the number of games you've played in a campaign is outnumbered by the number of games your group has rescheduled or missed, your campaign is dead. So to prevent this, in my experience, every group that doesn't fizzle needs at least one captain. It doesn't necessarily have to be the DM, but it's usually the DM. And if I'm the captain, unless, of course, there's some genuine emergency, I show up without fail for at least the first 4 to 6 months. It sets a tone, and that tone is, I'm here to DM every week, and whoever shows up, we're going to play a game.
If they show up.
One last ticket before it's gone. One last summer before it's fall.
Tip number 3, not too few and not too many. To me, the perfect group size is 2 to 3 players and a DM. To get that, you usually need at least one super reliable player, and then you can usually fill out the rest with about 4 regular players, and they'll occasionally miss, but I also suggest that if you have more than 2 players, the game goes on. Hand wave the absent characters and have fun. As long as nobody quits forever.
One last lie before the truth.
Tip number 4. Nail those sweet, sweet peripheries. If or when you can safely play in person, Sugar Crash dehydrated players miss plot points, so nail those periphery elements, right? Healthy snacks for the first half of the game, Sugar Rush for the second, keep the coffee flowing, make sure everyone stays hydrated, make sure that you give enough breaks to people, usually about 15 minutes every hour and a half works, depending on the length of the game. I also used to make brownies for the second half so that the apartment smelled great and felt homey and fun. In digital games, which, by the way, are most of the games that I play, nailing the peripheries is more about making sure that everybody has... That's weird. Remember, this isn't D&D. Larry Moore uses D6s. If you only got one, here's some dice bricks.
Backstabbing sacks of shit!
I was working with your story hooks. I made custom factions. But why come to my fucking birthday game when you could come to Larry's homebrew extravaganza? And look at these fucking sheets! They look like they were made on a goddamn typewriter. Oh. You made me a character?
Surprise.
Shit. I'm sorry. Tip number 5. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're playing D&D or Blades in the Dark or Monopoly or, what matters is who...
Zibit's here and he's ready to rib it. Oh!
Brought to you by paid advertisement for the Riftborn Champions of the Multiverse Kickstarter. It's a whole 5e book built around boss battles with an arena mode and a plasma mechanic, tons of unique items, minis, and more. Links in the description.